Good morning! Just kidding. It's spring and it's like over 30 degrees. Melting. Spinal fusion leaves you with a pretty big scar. Or two, in my case. These products are the ones that I've used on my scar, so I thought I'd just tell you which ones that I like and which ones I didn't. I've used, as you can see, quite a few in the last 8 months or something like that, however long it is. Don't start doing anything to your scar before it's actually healed. So wait until all of the scabs fall off, don't pick them, and wait till your scar has actually healed. Then you can start putting stuff on it if you wish to. So the first thing that my surgeon actually suggested to me was this tape. So my scar is from T2, so it's pretty high up near my shoulder blades. So when I moved, there was a chance that my scar would widen. Apparently this stuff is supposed to stop that from doing it. You wear it, I think he said, for about 3 months, and it's supposed to stop that. So it's just like kind of the stuff that, I don't know if you can see that, but kind of the stuff that they put on you in hospital. It just says that it's an adhesive non-woven fabric. I think it's supposedly supposed to have some stuff on the sticky bit that helps the scar heal. I don't know, but I bought this for about $30 online. It comes in a pretty big roll. As you can tell, I didn't use it. I used it for about 3 weeks. So I just cut it in half, put it on my scar. I cut it to the length of my scars, which are these two. And I'd leave it on there for about, I think it was about 2 days before it started to come off, and then I'd take it off. The problem with that though, it stuck a bit too well, and it started to irritate my skin a little bit, and like the area around the scar. So I didn't really want to use it, but I got my mum to put it on because there was no way that I was going to be able to. But when she did that, she massaged my scars. It's really good to massage your scars, of course, once it's healed and when it doesn't really hurt. But I've got it up on my computer, and I'll just read a bit to you, and it's why massage. Scar tissue may become hard and raised. Massage can help to soften and flatten the scar tissue. The scar tissue may stick to the underlying muscles, tendons, blood vessels, nerves and bones, and the massaging can prevent this from happening, and it helps to keep the scar tissue flexible. Scars may feel sensitive, tingle or hurt when touched. Regular massage can help to control this, and eventually the sensitivity should settle down, which is true, because I couldn't stand to touch my side scar for a very long time. I hated it when my mum massaged it. I hated it when even I touched it, but as I massaged it more, it became less sensitive, and now I don't really react to it. I couldn't feel my back, so as my mum massaged it, I didn't feel it, so it's, yeah. But it was raised, and through massaging it, it did soften the scar tissue, and now my scar isn't raised. So the way to do it is just to get your thumb and the pad of your thumb and just do a circular motion down your scar. I'll link you to what I'm reading, but they recommend you do it 2 to 3 times a day for 5 to 10 minutes each time. Of course, build up to that if it hurts, or if your scar hasn't healed completely, don't do it. You apply pressure to it, and as you go you'll be able to apply more pressure because it will be less sensitive. So you can do it, if you do use this tape, you can do it whilst the tape is on, but you can also do it if you use other products such as these two. So these are skin therapy oils. They're both for scars, stretch marks, dry damaged skin, uneven skin tone and aging skin. So this is the first one that I used, is the cocoa butter formula. Can you see it? I don't know. I'm sorry if you can't. But it was a little bit too liquidy, and then it started to kind of react to my skin a bit. My skin was getting itchy and irritated, so I stopped using that one. The direction to this one is to gently massage into affected area 3 times daily or as often as desired. But yeah, so this one didn't really work for me, but you know, it could work for someone else. Then the next one that I went on to, Bio Oil. I think there is an alternative, like with more organic stuff. I think it's argan oil, or is that the hair stuff? I don't know, but it's like pink. Oh no, rose oil, I think. I don't know, I didn't use it, so I can't tell you. Bio Oil, I've gone through like 3 of these, but it's a bit thicker, and even though it's oil, it's not too gross. It's not the right word, but you know. Again, the directions are just to apply it twice daily for a minimum of 3 months. I don't know whether I used it for 3 months, but my skin started to react to these things because it was oily, because I kept touching my back. Don't touch your back, guys. You'll get germs in it, especially with new scars. You can get like infections. I didn't get an infection, but I created, like with the oil, with touching it, I got like pimples or a rash. It started off as a rash, and then it went into like acne. So I'm trying to clear that up now, but yeah, the oils kind of made my skin too oily, and then the germs got in and yada yada. But if you're going to use any of the oils, don't do it right before you go out with the clothes that you're going to wear, because the oil will seep into your clothes. That's just a tip from me. This was just the prescription medicine that I got for this like rash kind of thing that I had going on. It's called Aristocort. It's just a cream. It didn't really help, but I thought I'd chuck it in because I used it on my back. So currently I'm using vitamin E cream. I wanted to find something that didn't react with the like acne kind of thing. But if I didn't use any of these products, because it was winter, my scar would dry, and then my back would get really itchy and like irritated, and I hated it. So it's really important to keep your scar hydrated. That's probably the main reason, the main reason that I used any products on my back. Not because I really care about the look of it. I more wanted my scar to be healthy, and that includes keeping it hydrated, because if it's not, and if it's dry, it will look not that great. But my scar has faded heaps, like by itself, or because of the bio oil. I don't know. But yeah, so this is just for dry skin, scaly skin, wrinkles, and helps improve skin elasticity for healthy skin. My scar hasn't been itchy or tight since using this, so I quite like this, but it's not for like to to fade your scar. The ones, if you want to get rid of the look of your scar, bio oil. But if you don't really care about what your scar looks like, as in how dark it is, it's gonna fade anyway. Like, I don't know anyone's scar who hasn't faded. I'm quite pale, and when I'm cold it still goes purple, but it doesn't really bother me. I'd rather a healthy, hydrated scar than a scar that I can't see. Plus I think it's cool because battle scars. Also, it is warming up here in Australia, and I plan to go to the beach a lot, or just wear any clothes that you can see my back, because it's the first summer in about 7 years that I can wear tight things on my back and just normal summer clothes that I didn't feel that I could wear before. So I'm really excited about that, but you can't get your scar sunburnt. Why? So on this website that I found, I'll link it also, but you can just Google it. It says, whether you have a prominent new or old scar, your first instinct may be to sit in the sun or even out its colour, or try to camouflage it with a tan. Ironically, sun exposure is the last thing your scar needs. Here's why. Scar tissue is different to normal skin. It is inferior in appearance, function, and feel. Scars are less resistant to ultraviolet rays from the sun, and much more prone to sunburn, especially if they are fresh. Prolonged sun exposure can also permanently darken a scar, especially in people with darker skin complexions. So it says, scars should be protected from prolonged direct sun exposure year-round, not just during the warmer summer months. Use sunblock over any exposed scar religiously. The higher the SPF, the better. Remember that sweating essentially washes sunblock off, so try to use a water-resistant sunblock even if you're not going swimming. Also try to use a non-comedogenic, obviously I'm not very good at words, product, especially if you have ever suffered from acne. Yeah, or it says just to cover it. But if you're like me and want to cover it, then you have to be, if you're like me and you don't want to cover it, then you're going to have to take care of it. So I have this Neutrogena Beach Defense Water and Sun Barrier Lotion, and it is SPF 50. It's really good. I really like this sunscreen, and it doesn't smell like sunscreen. Like, it's actually a really nice smell. Is Neutrogena Australian? Either way, if you're from Australia, I recommend this one. But yeah, having a water resistant one is really good, because I find that the numb parts of my back will sweat more. I don't realize it, and even if I'm not really hot, it will still sweat. Like when I first got out of hospital or even surgery, my back was constantly wet, and I was just like, I'm not even that hot, but the numb areas will just sweat heaps. So yeah, it's really good to have a water resistant one and to keep applying, because yeah, so I'm going to be using this all summer and all spring, but I will probably try to just keep it out of the sun anyway. But when I go to the beach, can't do that. So yeah, so out of those, personally, I would recommend the Bio Oil or the Rose Oil, I think it's called. I should really look that up. I'll look for you, because that's the kind of human I am. Oh, it's called Rose Hip Oil. So yeah, if you want to use that one, I think there's less like, not chemicals, I think this is natural, but I think that one's more organic or something. I don't know, Google it. Google is really great. But yeah, so the Bio Oil or whatever, and the Vitamin E cream. So yeah, those are my tips for caring for your scar. So massage them regularly, twice a day, or more if you want, but build up the pressure. It's really good for it once it's healed, and make sure that it stays hydrated, because it may become very irritated if you don't, and keep it out of the sun. I think that's about it. Hopefully this was helpful for you. It was helpful for me, because I googled things and I learnt things. But yeah, I hope you all have a great day, and like, comment, subscribe if you feel like it. And yeah, if it was helpful, do all of those things too. If you want to know any more tips, or if I should do more videos like this, leave a comment below or like it. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Roy's. Apply for it. Apply. Can't get your sun, ultraviolet, skin elast, skin elast. Ew, it's on my finger.